Good morning or afternoon. I'm going to give you a quick video on how to tab your journal. That's what this is going to walk you through. You should be done with your vocab mini poster and have turned that into the sub by now. So let's go ahead and get the journals out that you were supposed to have today. I don't want to miss a beat because everybody that I had yesterday tabbed these journals and got it done on top of their vocab as well. So you are not going to miss a beat. So again, you should have had a journal like this and you should have brought it to school. If you did the spiral, that's fine, but it doesn't need to be thick. It needs to be relatively thin. So you have like a really big one with a whole bunch of dividers in it, that might not work. If you forgot yours or you have the wrong kind and it's not going to work, please go see the sub, and if she can help you, she will. I've left instructions for that. Make sure you're giving a journal that you're not going to use for other classes. It needs to be for my class and my class only, how we're going to tab this thing out. Okay, you need some Post-its and some Sharpies because that's what you're going to use to tab, obviously. And there's tape. My packing tape is, there's 2 or 3 of them around. So tape you're going to have to share. There's also scissors in your bin today, so you can cut that tape accordingly how you need to, or even cut the Post-its. I did all of my tabbing with one Post-it. I just cut the Post-it how I needed it. You can do bigger tabs if you want, smaller tabs if you want. This is your journal, your way of doing it. But it needs to be sectioned a certain way. So if you want to help yourself with this video, since I'm not there to walk you through it, you can get out a piece of paper, just grab one of the Post-its and write down these 4 tabs. These are going to be the 4 tabs that you use to do your folder. The first tab is called TBR. It means to be read list. And this is where we're going to build a list of books that you want to read this year, or that sound appealing to you. And I will explain this list down the road. The next tab is reading response. If you had Mr. McGee or Miss Vanderbutton, it's kind of very similar to your reading log, but I call it a reading response. The third tab is your writing tab. And then you have notes. So this is how you section it off now that you've got your tabs written down. You kind of know what's going on. Once you have your TBR, which is the first page, you want to turn about 1 or 2 pages. So that would be page 1. And then, hang on. There we go. Page 2. So you at least need 2 pages. At least need 2. If you are a big reader, give yourself another page. You know you. Okay. So now you're at the rest of the tabs, the last 3 tabs. So you have reading response, writing, and notes. This is how I want you to section your book. You want to cut the book in half here. Cut it in half. That front half is your reading response. That whole front half. You're going to have the book be the reading response. Pull that aside. So with the remaining of the book, you're going to cut that remainder in half for the last 2 tabs. So you got of that second half from reading response, you cut this in half, you cut this in half. So my front half is going to be writing and then notes. So again, front page TBR, 1 page, 2 page. I'm a big reader, so I'm going to do 3 pages. Now I have reading response. Time to section off. I'm going to cut it in half. Here's my reading response half. Bye-bye. Rest of my book, I'm going to cut that in half. Now I have my writing half, or I should say, I don't even know what that is for math, for fractions. I'm not a math teacher. But I have my writing for that front of the last half and my notes for the back of the last half. And that is it. You are done. Make sure you clean up your mess. Make sure you put everything back in those bins so the next class can use it. Remember to leave no evidence that you were there for the next person coming in. Push in your chairs. And I know this is kind of a messy assignment I'm leaving for a sub. I typically don't do this, but I don't want to lose steam on what we're doing because right now we are moving slow because I want to make sure you have everything you need material-wise to succeed when we start going into assignments. Because when we start doing assignments, I'm going to move fast. And you have to have this ready. You have to have your workbook ready, which I haven't passed out yet. You have to have your independent reading book ready. I do not want to lose steam because somebody forgot their journal, forgot this, don't have a reading book, so on and so forth. So we're not going to have those excuses. I'm giving you plenty of time to get acclimated to my class, to myself, and how I want things to kind of flow and run. I hope you have a great Thursday. I will definitely see you tomorrow. And again, make sure this is done. And please go put this in the bin that is marked by your period. The front 3 bins is 1, 2, 3 periods. I don't have a 4th period. The back 3 bins, there's like a little number taped just above them. So you'll see 5, 6, and 7. So if you are my 2nd period class, 2nd bin towards the front, 6th period class, the middle bin in the back. Thank you.